Excuse me. Coming to you on behalf of the Vineyard of Israel, in the name of the Most High Yah, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right, with a message on this true Sabbath day, the seventh day of the week. All right, we want to thank the Most High Yah first and foremost for that bit of revelation. We give him all the honor and glory for allowing us to even see another Shabbat. Okay, with that being said, we have a message today. The title of that message is, If I Sin, Thou Markest Me. If I sin, Thou markest me. Right? If I sin, Thou markest me. In other words, family, the Most High Yah, he's pretty much keeping tabs. Right? Let's just ask some questions. I got this title out of Job, the 10th chapter, which we're going to look at. But look at what it says. If I sin. What does that imply?
That you don't have to.
Because all your life, I know what you've been told.
You don't have to.
You got a choice.
Right.
Right? The Most High, when he made man, this is what we lose track of. Everybody has the mentality about man is a sinner, man born a sinner, man. Listen, the Most High said when he made you in his image.
Right.
So you trying to tell me the Most High got a sinner's image? Nah, we got bad understanding. All right, when he made man, he said he made man upright.
Right.
He also gave him free will. He said in that man chose many wicked inventions.
Right.
Right. In other words, we chose a lot of other things in life except the Most High Yah.
Right.
The book of Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, explaining its vanity. And it started running down different strokes of vanity. And if you was to go and look, sooner or later, you'll see something that covers a span of your life or something that you've been dealing with in life, right? So look at the title. If I sin, thou markest me. Right? So that, to me, that would imply you don't have to.
Right.
You know, you don't have to, and more importantly, you don't have to live a lifestyle where you practice sin. We call that workers of iniquity, right? Because their hands are constantly working iniquity.
Right.
So what is iniquity? Let's see. A simple definition. Iniquity is immoral or grossly unfair behavior. Think about it, what I'm saying, when the Lord made man, how he made man in his image. When he created you, he gave you a conscience. The conscience plays a big role He created every man with the ability to understand right and wrong.
Right.
Every man is created the same way, with the ability to know when you're committing or doing something that's wrong. You know when you doing something that's immoral. You know when you behaving in a manner that's unfair to your neighbor.
That you wouldn't want done to you.
Exactly. This is how he built you. This is a very scientific invention, this man. If I sin, thou markest me. Right? So iniquity, immoral, or grossly unfair behavior. Right? So what is sin?
Transgression.
Is that it? Because the Bible got a well-rounded definition of sin. That's only one portion. Right? Let's matter of fact, that's where we'll open up.
Yeah.
Right? Let's open up in 1 John, the 5th chapter. You already messed up. Ain't no need to try to recover now. I ain't gonna let you. You might recover. I ain't gonna let you. 1 John, the 5th chapter. Because too many times, that's all we hear spewed out is 1 John 3 and 4. That's only one definition. That's only one biblical definition. See, the other two deal with the fact on how God created man. He made you a certain way.
Yeah.
1 John, the 5th chapter. So we don't have to live a lifestyle where we practice sin.
Right.
You think Mashiach died for that? That's pointless.
He said, go and sin no more.
Exactly. Why I'm going to tell you to do something that you're incapable of doing?
Right.
You know you can't stop sinning. Go sit down. Was that his message?
No.
That wasn't his message.
No.
His message was go and sin. Why I'm going to come die? I'm going to come die for sin so you can keep sinning. That's really smart. I'm going to come die for sin so you can have the mentality as a follower of a Mashiach if I fall down. No. We need to take on the mindset of where we don't want to step in an error. We don't want to walk in the way of sin.
Right.
When we get to 1 John, the 2nd chapter, we'll see. He wrote to prevent you to keep from sinning. Not, he didn't write to you while you already committed the sin. You have to anticipate the evil. Right? A lot of time we walking, you know what you got to be? Conscious.
Right.
This is the first step. One of the first steps to overcoming sin. Conscious. You got to wake up. Most of us don't even realize we got a problem.
Right.
That's because we sleep. We're playing. We're religious. This is real life, y'all. 1 John, the 5th chapter, verse 17. We're getting a well-rounded definition of sin. Can you please tell me what it is?
All unrighteousness is sin. And there is a sin not unto death.
So what if, let me ask, let's think common sense wise, right? Who are people who heard the law, they the only ones that can sin?
Nah.
No. Right? So this definition tell you, this will cover somebody who's never heard the law. All unrighteousness, what does that mean? Things that are not right. Well, what's the standard? What's the barrier? What's the boundary? How do we know? Your conscience. Your conscience plays a big part. Your conscience plays a big part. We'll see that. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to make a detour. I got to show you just exactly how big of a part your conscience play. We forget we made in the image of the Most High. After his likeness. Got to get the mind. Got to get the mind. So all unrighteousness is what?
It's sin.
So now do you see how we start to expound the definition, which is already, Bible expounded it itself. We're just putting it all together. So not only is sin the transgression of the law, but all unrighteousness is sin. Go ahead.
And there is a sin not unto death.
But now watch this. It's finna get deep. Go ahead and read.
18. We know that whosoever is born of Yahuwah sinneth not.
Oh, hold on for a minute. Is this talking about after you die? Because this is how we act. This is how we live life. We expect to fall. But we got a great example of I can't read. I'm sorry. It's just me. I can't read no time in the Bible when Yeshua was looking to fail.
Right.
When he was looking to fall down. I can't read when he wasn't anticipating people trying to set traps for him.
Right.
I can't read one time when you know why? Because he relied on the higher power, the Heavenly Father, as his help, as his guide. That's what all his word is. He embodied the word. The word became flesh, and this is our problem. We don't embody the word, or we embody some, a part, or maybe a little,
right,
or a tidbit. And then once that little bit you embody, you think you got it all. Listen, you stop working.
Right.
You stop working. You got to keep going. We call that growing. People become comfortable. People been in the true, what they call the true 20 year, they still stay on the same level they was when they came in on the third year.
No growth.
All unrighteousness is sin. Whosoever is born of God, sin it not.
But he that is begotten of Yah keepeth himself.
Now look at that. Self-restraint.
Right.
He guards himself. If I'm on guard, if I'm on post, I'm looking out. I'm awake. I'm conscious. I'm watching. Right. I'm anticipating evil.
Right.
But you know what we do? We jump. We like them people in the horror film. We run right to the drama. Then we fall down when we get in the drama. And then we want to make excuses. Hey, no, it's ridiculous out here. It's just getting worse and worse. The church and the streets look the same. It's just out of control, ridiculous. Like, come on. Because the people of Yah, we're not embodying the word of Yah.
Right.
We're doing a part or a portion and think that we had a whole thing.
Right.
Well, you got one section.
Right.
Step it up some more.
Right.
Right?
You
got to keep pushing. Right? If you don't keep pushing to get better, you're going to fall. Or you're going to stay stagnant. It's only a matter of time. The Bible talk about the dog returning back to his vomit.
Man, come on. That's right.
Everybody that I see in the congregation, we had the same mind. It can't happen to me. That is a lie. Straight up. That's a straight lie. All unrighteousness is sin. Whosoever is born of God, sin it not.
But he that is begotten of Yah.
Now, when does that happen? When does that process take place? Begotten of Yah. Oh, when you die. Right, I forgot. Yeah.
Nah.
Everybody that's begotten of God or of Yah does what?
Keepeth himself.
Well, you already dead. Of course. You died and woke up.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
This is our thinking. This is talking about why you live.
Right.
You've been born again once you go into that water. Then you come out, you're supposed to be resurrected to a new creature or newness of life, and you're supposed to walk in a manner that pleases God. Where it says right here, he keepeth himself.
Or guardeth himself.
Exactly. A lot of us, our guard is down. We ain't anticipating no evil. We're anticipating the fall. I knew I was going to fail. I was just waiting. That's a defeated mentality.
Right.
That's a mentality of somebody that don't have a spirit.
Right.
Because the Most High called the spirit or the Ruach, he called that power from on high. Power to do what? I don't know. To overcome sin. To live a victorious life like Christ. We don't want to do that. There's some tight scriptures.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? A man wrote this. You ain't got no excuse. A man wrote this. Go ahead. I'm going to get off this chapter, this verse.
But he that is begotten of Yah guardeth himself.
And look what happened. Go ahead.
That wicked one toucheth him not.
Look at that. Amazing. You're on guard.
Right.
Peter told you, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, goes to and fro like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Now, what if you're not guarding yourself?
You're going to get caught up in that snare.
Devoured.
Yeah. He said, sin lieth at the door.
Exactly. That's good. Let's back up. 1 John 3 and 4 while we in John. If I sin, the payment is so high. Is the payment high?
Yeah.
The wages of sin is what?
Death.
If we couldn't do it, if we could not do it, why is the payment so high?
Man.
Huh? Why is the payment so high? It doesn't make sense, Lord. You putting more on us than we can bear, right? That would be the case.
Right.
It would be no need for him to write, if I sin. He said, well, when you sin, I'm going to mark you, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
When you sin, I'm going to mark you.
Exactly.
And what are you marking me for if you already know I'm a sin?
Right.
See, we just have a casual way of thinking about sin. The payment is high. We just casually look up on sin as something that we must do. We're waiting to commit it. That's the wrong mentality, fam.
Right.
This man died for, if that's the case, he died in vain. 1 John 3 and 4.
Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
That's right. So you know what this is? With the law, without the law, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Because this is how God made you. Made every man to where they can know good and evil.
Right.
Nobody gets away. I got to judge the actions of every man.
Right.
You can't use, oh, no, we didn't have the law. No excuse. Nothing. No excuse. Right? James, the 4th chapter. He said, all unright. Okay, you didn't have the law. You didn't doing things that was unrighteous, though. Lying, stealing, killing. You already know that's wrong.
Right.
You already know that's not right. You know that by nature.
Right.
This is how I made you naturally to be able to determine right from wrong.
Right.
Verse 17. Hearken to the scripture.
James 4:17. Therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin.
Everybody hit. You already know to do good. You don't do it, guess what? That's sin to you. You just sin. So look how much more impactful it is once you get all three of these definitions together. Sin is the transgression of the law. On top of that, all unrighteousness is sin. On top of that, if you know to do good and you don't, that's sin to you. That's sin. Now that's sin. Along with iniquity, immoral, or grossly unfair behavior. Along with trespass. To offend someone.
Yeah.
And this is how we're dead. We always talking about we want to live, but we steady indulging in debt.
Man.
Look at how we're dead. Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2. We got a great example. Somewhere along the line, we stopped striving to be like that example. We be more concerned with rules and regulations versus how we treat our brethren and our sister.
Right.
It's unnatural for us to settle odds with each other. We don't know how to do it.
Right.
We want to keep it real. People hold stuff back. People let it.
Right.
I mean, it's just. We won't do it the right way. Right. People hold grudge. They won't let it go. I mean, it just. But we'll keep everything else, commandment-wise, and think we okay. You got to embody the whole word. You got to embody the whole word. Verse 1.
Ephesians 2:1.
Mm-hmm.
And you have quickened who were dead in trespasses and
You
sins.
see that? Now, how you being made alive? By Yeshua, by Mashiach. Because you were dead. How was you dead?
In trespasses and in sins.
So you trespassing against?
The Most High.
Yeah. The Most High, yeah. And this is the kicker. You forgot about man. You forgot about your man. Most trespasses come against people.
Yeah.
You got to treat that just like you trespassing against the Most High. That's what we don't get.
Yeah.
See, we'll trespass against each other and we'll leave it messed up.
Right. Right.
And you still think you're righteous. You haven't reconciled that. What is you coming to me for?
Right.
Listen, we don't have nothing to talk about. Go fix that, then come back.
Yeah.
See, this is what people don't want to do.
Right. That requires real work, though.
Exactly. That requires you to be like a
And
Mashiach.
real growth, yeah.
Because a Mashiach forgave.
Right. Which is hard.
He forgives. You hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
You say you forgive and you don't forgive. Maybe you don't know how to forgive. These are some things we need to work on.
Right.
We're broken.
Right.
People hurt.
Right. Yeah, pray. You got to acknowledge your weakness first, though.
Thank you. That's part
You
of
can
being
never get
conscious.
there.
You
Yeah.
got to be conscious. A lot of us walking around, we sleep. We got to wake up, man. Got to wake up. 2 Timothy 2, verse 19. Hearken to the scripture.
Nevertheless, the foundation of Yah standeth sure, having his seal.
Look, the Most High seal his people. Mark, seal, that's what he does. He also marks the sinner.
Right.
So the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having
Having
his
his
seal.
seal.
What you mean?
And the Most High knoweth them that are his.
You see that?
The
We
Most High,
already know who he is.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
The Most High knoweth them that are his, and let everyone that nameth the name of Hamashiach depart from iniquity.
So we getting mixed messages. We getting mixed signals. On the one hand, you have preachers telling you that I already know you're going to sin this and that. What does that do to people's psyche?
It prepared them to fail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I prepare you to trip and fall and stumble.
Right.
You stop striving.
Right. Right.
We stop striving for perfection.
Right.
You got to strive for perfection.
Right.
The Bible tells you to follow after righteousness.
Right.
People be following after everything but.
Man.
We be following after beef. I'm just saying. That's just the umbrella it all. Right? That's what we follow after. We follow after division. That's what we follow after.
Right.
Things that's going to divide and hurt in worsening situations.
Right.
Right? We ain't following after peace and healing and love and joy.
Right.
Weird.
Too much work.
Yeah, man, that's for Mashiach only. Listen, the Bible says, let this mind be in you.
Feed my enemy. What do you mean?
Yeah, what is that? Right? So anyway, let everyone that nameth the name of Hamashiach or Christ depart from what?
Iniquity.
It's a lot of stuff you got to do. He's saying depart, purge, right? We don't want to do that. I don't want to clean myself up. I just want to keep Shabbat.
Right. External.
Yeah. I just want to eat clean food, baby. I'm really not trying to get rid of this malice.
Right.
They're just keeping it real. We married and we have malice toward each other.
Man.
We both come to Shabbat. Huh? What's the problem? We both righteous, ain't we?
Yeah.
No. But we're both deceived in our mind to believe that we're righteous.
Or too stubborn to change.
And exactly. And stubbornness is as a sin of witchcraft.
Right.
You got work to do. The reason why you need to change because your actions affect somebody else is one body. And the Bible talk about things in the community base. We individualize the stuff.
Right.
You say let the whole church be washed with the water. We individualize that. It's talking about as a whole. I don't know what you're telling me my fault for. What about you?
Right.
People hate correction and reproof. Man, just read me some scriptures.
Right.
For what? They ain't doing no good.
Right.
What's the point?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Man. I'm reading you scriptures and it's sitting up here telling you to change and it's just flopping down.
Right.
Now, that's talking to that sister. They ain't talking to me. You know what I mean? I'm straight. Like, this is where we at. This is almost a joke out here, right?
Yeah.
This is where we at.
Yeah.
This is what the church look like. This is what the body of the Messiah look like.
Right.
It's a disgrace. It don't look like his body.
Nah.
It don't look like his body. Let's skate out of there. Ezekiel 18. Man, just preach to me some of that feel-good stuff. For what? I need to preach you something that's going to slap you.
Right.
So I can offend you so you can make a change.
Right.
The problem ain't nobody offended. We come laughing and giggling and sniggling and singing. What is... Like, stop it. We got sin on display.
Man.
Huh? Ezekiel 18. Just pick me up at verse 1. I don't know. Just go ahead.
Ezekiel 18 and 1. The word of the Most High came unto me again, saying, What mean ye that ye use the proverb concerning the land of Israel, saying, The fathers have eaten sour grapes, and the children's teeth are set on edge.
All right, basically it was that thing that the Lord visited iniquities upon the children, to the third and fourth generation. Lord, like, look, it's going to come. I'm about to stop that. You ain't going to be able to use that no more. Right. Go ahead. Well, what you going to do? Come on.
Verse 3, As I live, saith the Most High Elohim,
what's going to happen?
Ye shall not have occasion anymore to use this proverb in Israel.
If it have no more excuses.
It's cut off.
To use this saying anymore. Go ahead.
For, behold, all souls are mine.
You see that? All souls are mine. Go ahead.
As the soul of the Father, so also the soul of the Son is mine.
So what's the point?
The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
Oh, you ain't got to do it?
The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
Everybody gonna die. Is that the case? Everybody dead. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. Somebody striving. If this the case,
right?
Somebody fighting. Somebody standing on the wall. Is that you? Huh? If it ain't, we need to get to that point where it is us. Just like we push for wickedness and we elevate wicked work, we can do the same thing for righteousness. This is what purging look like, right? Let's get a little more. Let's see what he say. Go ahead.
Verse 5. But if a man be just.
Look at that.
But if a man be just and do that which is lawful and right.
Look at that.
And have not eaten upon the mountains, neither have lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, neither have defiled his neighbor's wife, neither have come near to a menstruous woman, and have not oppressed any, but hath restored to the debtor his pledge, have spoiled none by violence, have given his bread to the hungry, and have covered the naked with a garment. He that hath not given forth upon usury, neither have taken any increase, that have withdrawn his hand from iniquity, have executed true judgment.
What you say about iniquity? Yeah, did what?
That have withdrawn his hand from iniquity, hath executed.
He repented. He returned. Now look at what else he's about to say.
Hath executed true judgment between
this where
man
we
and man.
This is where we struggle. That did what?
Hath executed true judgment.
This is a small matter to most people that say they follow God. Judgment. Executed true judgment.
Yeah.
People like to show favoritism.
Yeah. Yeah. He said this is a weightier matter.
This really is.
Mercy.
Because this
judgment.
This see what's on the inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what things on the inside come out.
Right.
True judgment. That's the part. That's going to determine what type of character you have. People
Right.
your character will be on display.
Mm-hmm.
You show favoritism, man. You partial. Or if you show true judgment, people will know it, and that boy gonna tell the truth regardless.
Yeah.
He gonna be on the side of what's right regardless.
Right.
And you know what people gonna do? They ain't gonna come to you.
Right.
It's because of what's inside of them. If you really were seeking truth, you'll come to where you know you'll get it from.
Right.
Even if, you know they gonna tell the truth and it's gonna go against you. So you don't want, you rather just, let's not even deal with that. I'm gonna go to somebody that's gonna tell me what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna show partiality though. It's time for us to start growing. The Most High trying to see himself. He trying to see his shadow. He trying to see his reflection in the mirror. We holding up progress. What verse you at?
Verse 9.
Go ahead.
Hath walked in my statutes and hath kept my judgments to deal truly. He is just. He shall surely live, says the Most High Elohim.
Yes.
If he begot a son that is a robber, a shedder of blood, and that doeth the like to any one of these things, and that doeth not any of those duties, but even hath eaten upon the mountains and defiled his neighbor's wife, hath oppressed the poor and the needy, hath spoiled by violence, hath not restored the pledge, hath lifted up his eyes to idols, hath committed abomination, hath given forth upon usury, and hath taken increase. Shall he then live?
That's the question. His daddy righteous. His father is righteous, but look at what he does. Shall he live?
Right.
Go ahead.
He shall not live.
What?
He shall not live.
Look at that. He shall not live. Most of us falling into that category. All right, listen. I encourage everybody here today. Keep it real with yourself. First of all, we got to wake up. We're not even conscious.
Man.
We don't anticipate evil. We walk toward it. We're asleep. Got to wake up. Got to get conscious. The fight is against sin. The fight ain't my fight ain't with him. My fight is against sin. He can't make me commit sin. No matter how, he can only provoke me. But I don't have to fall into the trap. That's the only thing people can do to you. Can't nobody make you lose your religion.
Right.
If that's the case, it's already lost. You just waiting to lose it. We got to do better, and we can do better.
Right.
What verse? Go ahead.
13 again. He hath given forth upon usury and hath taken increase. Shall he then live? He shall not live. He hath done all these abominations. He shall surely die. His blood shall be upon him.
See that? Everybody gonna die for their own iniquity. So you know what? Ain't no way you can charge somebody else for your sin. And that's what people doing. You run around playing the blame game.
Right.
But the Lord just said you're gonna die for your own iniquity.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that? What did that leave us? We both gonna die? We both gonna die then, if that's the case. There's no need of both of us dying. Somebody needs to.
You're right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to live. Our fight is with sin. Let's go to John 8 chapter. Too comfortable, too casual with sin. We love it. Just gonna tell the truth about it. I'm just telling the truth. Nobody else ain't gonna tell the truth with me. I'll tell it. We love it. We love arguing with each other all the time. You know why? That's a familiar feeling. Yeah. My mind go to things that I'm familiar with. I'm comfortable. Let's make an argument. That's why they be over the most minute things. The dumbest. People argue over the dumbest. Family falling out over the dumbest. You familiar with that hurt. That's what you're comfortable in. It's time to grow past. That ain't what he created us for. Verse 1. Harken to the scripture.
John 8:1.
We're going 1 through 13. Go ahead.
Yeshua went into the mountain of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him.
Come on now.
And he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they say unto him,
What they say?
Master, this woman was taken in adultery,
Right.
in the very act. Now,
So they just happen to be
conveniently,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's where she is. Go ahead.
verse
It's
5.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you ain't try to prevent. You just, I don't know. Go ahead.
Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou?
Go ahead.
This they said.
So they want to judge the matter,
Right.
but they look at their judgment. It's unrighteous.
Yeah.
You're partial in the law.
Yeah.
The law said bring the man and the woman.
That's right.
You brought the woman. Favoritism. Yeah. Crazy. Go ahead. Exactly.
It's
Go ahead.
verse 6.
Yes.
This they said.
What they say?
Tempting him.
But remember what I told y'all about the conscience. Watch this. Go ahead.
This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him.
Look at that. So you want to stone a woman and accuse Messiah. Man, whatever. Go ahead and read.
2 for 1.
Yes, sir.
But Yeshua stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground as though he heard them not.
Right.
So when they continued asking him.
Boy, talking babble.
Right.
We ain't talking about nothing. Go ahead.
So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her.
Yeah. You see that? They should have been heaving away, huh? Because that's how they brought him to her. Like, we just righteous in this thing. You see, she called, man, throw the first stone without sin. Go ahead.
And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience.
They say what? They was convicted
Being
by the law.
convicted by their own conscience.
They was convicted by the law.
By their own conscience.
Look at that. This how man is made. You convicted by your own conscience. Yeshua threw the judgment out there. He said, if you ain't got no sin, go ahead and do it.
Right.
Now you start thinking, oh, snap. You do it first. No. You go. So guess what happened? Your own conscience it bears witness. This is how I made you. This is how I can keep man in line. This is how I can give you the guidelines of right and wrong. Your conscience is going to set the boundaries for your behavior. So when you act up, you get a guilty conscience.
Right.
When you do everything accordingly, nothing happens.
Right.
We just get a guilty conscience. Keep going.
Yeah. Cain the neighbor. Cain had a guilty conscience.
Exactly.
Adam and Eve.
Before
the law was established.
Right, but keep going. So your conscience bearing you witness. So go ahead.
And they which heard it, being convicted of their own conscience, went out.
They was convicted by what?
Their own conscience.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Yeshua was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Yeshua had lifted him up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her,
What did he say?
Woman, where are those accusers?
Yeah.
Have no man condemned thee?
She
said, No. She said, No man, Adonai. And Yeshua said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more.
Look at that. He said what?
Go and sin no more.
He wanted her to stop sinning. Why are you telling her to do something she's not capable of doing? I'm confused. First of all, he said, neither do I condemn you. What you got to say there for? He the one forgive iniquity. See, I don't accuse you. Go and sin no more. I don't know why he tripped up like that. Just flat out told her something that was too hard for her. It's amazing, the little stuff we miss. These are sure words. Stop sinning. See, but you know what it takes for you to stop sinning? One word. Sacrifice. Sacrifice come with blood. Blood, sweat, and tears. It takes sacrifice. So you might not can do it on your own, but if you sacrifice your own life, if you yield to the word of God more than you yield to your own, that's a sacrifice. See, but this is why people can't do it. They don't want to sacrifice their old man. You just better live on in that sin and keep Shabbat, feast, and dietary law. We still good. That is a lie.
Right.
See, it takes sacrifice for sin.
Yeah.
Yeshua came, he made the sacrifice. He paid the price. You don't want to make the sacrifice in your life. Why you let that old man stay in control? But you know what? He's going to have dominion over you.
Yeah.
Keep on playing with him.
Yeah.
He's going to have dominion over you. Then he's going to take you wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have no power. All right, go and sin no more. Back up to John, the 5th chapter. Keep playing with the Most High. You already done came under the blood. You still playing. Verse 5.
John 5:5.
Yeah, 5 through 14.
And a certain man was there, which had an infirmity 38 years. When Yeshua saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he said unto him,
What?
Wilt thou be made whole?
Yeah. Perfect. Whole, complete. Go ahead.
The impotent man answered him, Sir,
Yes.
I have no man.
What?
When the water is troubled to put me into the pool. But while I am coming, another steppeth down before me. Yeshua said unto him, Rise and take up thy bed and walk. And immediately the man was made whole and took up his bed and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath.
What? On the same day was the Sabbath. Go ahead.
The Jews therefore said unto him that was cured, It is the Sabbath day.
Chill out.
It is not lawful for thee to carry thy bed.
Oh, look at her. Go ahead.
He answered them, He that made me whole, the same said unto me, Take up thy bed and walk.
I would have did it too.
Yep.
So he the one made me whole. What you talking about? Skip what you talking about. You had 38 years. I was in your presence.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I made me whole. I'm going to go with the one that made me whole said, take up your bed and walk. Why wouldn't I?
You walked over me.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
12. Then asked they him, What man is that which said unto thee, Take up thy bed and walk?
Who told you that? Go ahead.
And he that was healed was not who it was.
No, he didn't know it was. Go ahead.
Was not who it was.
Uh-huh.
For Yeshua had conveyed himself away.
Right. He went and hid himself away amongst the multitude.
A
Go
multitude
ahead.
being in that place. And afterward Yeshua findeth him in the temple and saith unto him,
What did he say?
Behold, thou art made whole.
Look at this. Watch this.
Sin no more.
Keep going. Keep
Sin
sinning.
no more.
Keep falling down.
Sin no more. Lest a worse thing come unto thee.
Nobody don't tell us that part. Huh? You already got away. I already forgave you. I already made you whole.
Right.
Now you gonna run and fall in the same trap.
Right.
Knowing that the worst thing can come upon you. Yeah, you real smart around here with this thing.
Right.
Huh? Go and sin no more. Depart from iniquity. This is what it says. Yeshua know it, all them that are his. Let everybody that name the name of Yeshua depart from iniquity. Every man that have this hope purge themselves. We done lost hope. We done stop purging. Right? We got to get back to it. Go and sin no more. It's 2 times he done said this to 2 different people. So he ain't partial. I made you whole. Go on and sin no more. Right? Stop falling down. 1 John 2. Let's get it. The wages are too high. We playing with life, and this is a matter of debt. First John 2, verse 1. That's the only thing we want is verse 1.
My little children, these things write I unto you, that ye sin not.
No, I'm writing to you after you already done sinned.
That ye sin not.
Preventive measures.
That ye sin not. And if any man sin, we have an advocate with the Father, Yeshua HaMashiach, the righteous.
Right. So we don't want to take that on in vain, do we?
Right.
Just to keep sinning and keep sinning and keep sinning, keep asking for forgiveness. That's vanity.
Yeah.
You got to start trying to walk righteous.
Yeah.
Man, I'm writing unto you that you sin not.
Right.
I'm trying to prevent you.
Right.
I'm giving you good instruction to keep you from committing iniquity.
Yeah. It said John's parents were perfect.
Yeah. Let's go back to Job. Oh, you know what? Let me hold that. Let's go to 1 Peter 5. We got to wake up. Got to get conscious. Nothing going to happen while you're dead, but more dead. Verse 6.
1 Peter 5.
Yeah, 1 Peter 5, verse 6. Go ahead.
Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Elohim, that he may exalt you in due time.
Yes.
Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
That's right.
Be sober, be vigilant.
Look, gotta wake up. Gotta get conscious. Be sober. That's what it means. Be vigilant. Be on the lookout. Anticipate evil.
Right.
Stop putting yourself in positions where you know you're gonna fall. That's what people do.
Right.
They put you know you weak.
Right.
People act like they don't know themselves. Well, most don't, but still. No, I'm just saying that's the truth. Most people don't know themselves, old or not, old and young. That's just the truth. Because we don't have enough time. We don't spend enough time to get to know yourself. We barely know what our favorite color is. That's about far as anyway. But what the point about it is, he said, be sober and be vigilant. Be on the lookout. Be diligent with your. You handling your soul.
Right.
Wake up. Be conscious.
Right.
Right. We careless with this thing.
Right.
Man, I gave you life. You about to squander it. Then he done sent his son so you can live again. And this is the best we can do.
Yeah.
If this is the best we can do, we're in trouble.
Right.
Because you got an adversary.
The devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
How you know if he done devoured you? Now I'm asking a serious question. How do you know if the devil done devoured you or not? Reprobate mind. Most people don't realize it.
Yeah, you can't give up your lust or whatever you weak at.
Can't give up your lust, whatever you're weak at. That's the truth. Then, and if that's the case, you just practice a lifestyle of sin.
Yeah.
Your work of iniquity. You ain't even conscious of the fact that you work in iniquity. You're not even trying to get help. You love falling down. You're led by emotion and appetite. That's how animals are.
Right.
Led by appetite.
Right.
A man's supposed to work out ration and reason.
Right.
You're supposed to use their conscience,
Right.
their mind. Animals use their appetite and instinct.
Right.
So now we got to stand upright.
Mm.
Get off all fours and stand on your toes and be upright.
Right.
It take time. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, that's your enemy.
Right.
Your accuser.
Opposition.
Yeah. He said,
As a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
so you think he care how close you are to God?
Nah, he trying to get you off your square.
Because we got every excuse in our mind. This is how people are. We squat like we going past all titles. We one body, no matter what the title. Everybody got this same little old excuse. I'm good with God. I can't be touched by Satan. I stop. When you get to that point, you stop being vigilant. You stop looking. You stop being conscious.
Get called lacking.
Now I can get you. Right. I'm not gonna get you while you got your guard up.
Right.
You might be strong on me. I wait till you put your guard down.
Yeah.
I wait till you go to sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Once you get sleep, it's easy.
And the demon always go back to get his homies. So
No doubt.
if one ain't enough, he coming back with 5,
Gotta
then
get some
10,
help.
15. We
Yeah.
gonna get you
At some point.
if you ain't consistent.
So we got to be diligent.
Right.
Got to be conscious. Got to wake up. And look, Isaiah 52. Did you get to that? Did you finish that verse?
Yeah, we finished.
Okay, Isaiah 52. Let's pick it up at verse 1. We got to stop being casual with our soul. Isaiah 52, verse 1. Gotta be conscious. I gotta read this Acts so I forget. Go ahead and read.
Awake, awake. Put on thy strength, O Zion. Put
Awake.
on thy beautiful garments.
That means you sleep.
Yeah.
You sleep. You sleepwalking. It's the real zombie.
Yeah.
Walking. Awake. Awake. Who?
Put on thy strength,
Who
O
is
Zion.
Who is the strength of Zion? Right. Mashiach Christ. Put on thy strength. What that mean?
Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
So you got to exchange your filthy rags for those beautiful garments. You get those beautiful garments from a Mashiach. He the one paid the price. You put him on. You exchange robes, part of the covenant. This is part of ancient covenant making. You exchange your livelihood and you take on or you put on the Messiah. Now, once you put on his name or take on his name, that means you become a part of him. Now, you're supposed to embody him. It's supposed to be a reflection. So when did he sin? How's your reflection? You steady sinning. What type of reflection is this? You must be looking in an obscured mirror. You gotta do better. Just start with the person closest to you. Yourself. Start with yourself. Every message from this point on that you hear, it's for you. I don't care if you know somebody who the messages reflect, it's for you. If you can't internalize it, you got problems. And then once you master yourself and take out your being, then you can help. Then you start with the next closest person to you. All right, everybody got somebody else that's different as the next closest, but start to the next closest. Go ahead. O Jerusalem, O Zion.
The set apart city. For henceforth there shall no more come unto thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
So is he talking about physical Jerusalem?
Nah.
Because to this day, it's unclean and uncircumcised going into the physical
Right.
Jerusalem.
Right.
Huh? But New Jerusalem, you ain't coming in here. Better get that heart right. You better clean up your issues. You better look like a Mashiach before you come up in here. You know why? It's righteousness only. Once you come into this covenant, this is a righteous covenant, an everlasting covenant. Only the righteous can enter. When you ain't righteous, you on the outside of the gate. You're not getting in. Go. That's why you can tell them, go and sin no more. Huh? I can tell you to walk in the spirit. That's love and joy and peace and long. Let's embody these characteristics. You need to start trying to master. People ain't even trying.
Right.
People ain't even trying to love and produce joy and peace. People ain't even trying to be long suffering. Huh? We just walking raggedy.
Because that requires sacrifice.
Yeah. Well, I think just because I keep a Shabbat, I'm good. Look, you're terrible. If this is all you got to point out your righteousness, you're terrible. If somebody asks you what make you righteous, first thing you point out to, yeah, I keep dietary. You're terrible. This is external. We need to get inside. We need to clean that inner man, that conscience, that mind. If we ain't purged that, ain't nothing happening. Gotta clean that mind up. Only thing that's gonna clean the mind, you gotta sacrifice who you are currently. You gotta put on somebody that better than you, Messiah. You gotta walk after him, follow his footsteps, stay on that narrow path. You finished that verse 1? I know we're taking a long time on one verse.
We finished.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to let me go and get that Job 10th chapter. Be sober. Let me read something because I keep on forgetting. Y'all hold that spot in Job. Let me read that Acts 24. I keep on skipping it. I don't want to skip it again because I know it's going to lead somewhere else. Acts 24. Pick me up at 14. Verse 16 is what we want. But 14, we'll read into it. Hearken to the scripture.
Acts 24 and 14.
Yes.
But this I confess unto thee,
What you talking about?
that after the way which they call heresy, so worship I the Elohim of my fathers, believing all things which are written in the law and the prophets,
Right, go ahead.
and have hope towards Elohim,
Yes.
which they themselves also allow, that there shall be a resurrection of the dead, both the just and unjust.
Uh-huh.
And herein do I exercise myself.
Listen, pay attention to what he's saying.
Herein do I exercise myself
To do what?
to have always a conscience void of offense towards Elohim and toward men.
Oh, wow. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you worried about his conscience?
Because them actions come behind it.
Read that again.
Herein do I exercise myself.
Because you know what we do? We cool when it come to having a conscience that's clear of offending God.
But our brethren,
Well, exactly. When it
Nah.
comes to not offending the brother, care less. I'm good with God. You not good with God.
how can you love me when you hate your own brother
Exactly.
you see every day?
Well, look, the man, do you see what he's saying? I'm working. Always purging. So that my conscience can be clear of offending God and...
Toward men.
Exactly. Romans 9 and 1.
What about Job?
We're going to get that.
Okay.
Yeah. Romans 9 and 1. And this is why he wants his conscience clear of guilt.
Right.
Right? Made in God's image. Let me tell you, the law is written on your heart. God is within. This is the truth.
Yeah.
Verse 1. Go ahead.
I say the truth in Hamashiach.
Look at that. Watch this. Because when you tell the truth, what happens?
I lie not.
Your conscience is clear.
My
Now, hold
conscience.
on, I'm asking. Now, what happened when you lie?
Your conscience.
You're guilty, right?
Yeah.
But look what he did. What he say?
I lie not.
Uh-huh.
My conscience also bearing me witness in the Ruach HaKodesh, Holy Ghost.
You see what it does? Your conscience will bear you witness once you commit a sin or a trespass.
Right.
Guilty conscience. This is why he's saying I'm working to keep my conscience clear of offending God and offending man. Because once you do it, your conscience bear you witness. That's the key. Romans, the 2nd chapter, gonna tell us the same thing. Verse 12 through 15. That conscience big. Go ahead.
For as many as have sinned without the law shall also perish without the law.
Think back to our definition of sin. All unrighteousness is sin.
Right.
Right?
To know
He
good.
didn't know to do good and don't is sin and
Right.
transgression of the law. Ain't no excuse. Because you hear people talking about, if you don't have the law, you can't sin. Well, the Bible say all unrighteousness. It says you know to do good and don't is sin. Go ahead.
For as many as have sinned without the law also shall perish, that have sinned without the law shall also perish without the law, and as many as have sinned with the law shall be judged by the law.
Go ahead and read.
For not the hearers of the law are just before Elohim, but the doers of the law shall be justified.
Yep. Come on.
For when the Gentiles which
Watch
have
this. This
not
get
the
deep now.
law,
People ain't gonna like this.
for
Go
when the
ahead.
Gentiles which have not the law
Look, this they don't even have it.
and do
Well,
by
watch what's gonna
nature
happen.
the things contained in the law,
So naturally, they don't have the law, but naturally they do the
See you,
things
yeah.
that the law say.
these having not the law
These
are a
don't have
law,
the law or what?
are a law unto themselves.
That's how God made you. Upright, your conscience bearing you witness. You have no excuse for doing wrong
Right,
because you're convicted by your own become a law to yourself.
right.
That's how God made man. Some people may not can read. How they gonna read the law? They might try to use that as an excuse. No. I wrote it on your mind.
Right.
Now look what happens. So once they do those things in the law, they show they become a law to themselves. Watch this. Come on.
Which 15, which show the work of the law written in their hearts, their conscience
Look at that.
also bearing witness.
Do you understand what he just said? What they do naturally, he said, which show the work of the law written in their heart. It shows it. When your conscience bear you witness, it's showing that the law is confirming that the law is written within you.
Right.
And you're confirming that you just transgressed it because
Right.
you got a guilty, your conscience bearing you witness, you got a guilty conscience. Huh?
Yeah.
There's no excuse. You know you sinned, and you know when you don't.
Yeah. Because you knew you wouldn't want to get done like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So look what he say. Go ahead.
15, top of 15 again, which show the work of the law written in their hearts, their conscience also bearing witness, and their thoughts the mean, while accusing or else accusing one another.
You see that? Your thoughts bearing you witness, either excusing you when you don't do anything.
Yeah,
of course.
accusing or
When you ain't in the
excusing.
wrong, of course, you're not convicted. But when you are in the wrong, your conscience condemn you. That's amazing.
Right. Right.
That's amazing. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 8. Let me see if I'm... Let's watch what it's going to say. Like we said, most people is cool not offending God. But when they come to the brethren, they don't have a problem. Well, watch what the book is telling you. Verse 12 only. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 8 and 12. But when ye sin so against the brethren and wound their weak conscience, ye sin against Hamashiach.
You see that? Where's the difference? Where's the distinction? You gotta treat the brethren like you treating the Lord. That's what we gotta realize. However we treat the brethren, we're treating the Lord the same way. Ain't no distinction. See, this is tough. This is what people don't want to change and don't want to reconcile. But we'll do all the other stuff that's written. Some of the stuff that's written. We'll do some of the stuff that's written. But these require internal changing. Right. These require purging, purifying. Yeah. Right, stuff you don't want to do to yourself. You cool washing other people. Let somebody tell you what your issue is. Watch how quickly you get offended. Instead of saying, hey, they might be right, you know. Internal changes. If you can't do that, you might well walk away. It's all pointless. You ain't going to change internally. Go eat, drink, and be married. You're going to get the same results. Is that serious? If you can't change internally, it don't matter how much prophecy you know. No matter how many scriptures you know can quote, it doesn't matter. If you still a devil, right? All that other stuff, it don't make no difference. Right. Now go to Job. We can learn this about the Most High Yah. It's quiet, ain't it? Yeah, that's because we cool with everything but changing ourselves. Pull out that same magnifying glass. Turn that same mirror on yourself that you turn on everybody else. But you know what I learned? Most people that turn the mirror, they can't take it when they come back to them. Can't take it. You got to be able to take it. Job 10. Verse 14. Go ahead.
Job 10 and 14. If I sin, then thou markest me.
Look at this, where we got the title from. Now watch what he say.
If I sin, then thou markest me.
I might have already be marked.
And thou wilt not acquit me.
Now, hold on. You said if I sin, according to how we learn, we might well already be marked.
Yeah.
We don't forgot what if mean when it comes. We don't replace if with when.
Right.
That means you're waiting. You want to. You really just want to.
Yeah.
You really want to sin. Because we don't do everything in our power to keep from committing transgression. We don't do it. You do everything in your power to keep that bank account from going negative.
That's right.
I'm just saying. You do. You do everything in your power to make sure you eat every day. But when it comes to your soul, how are we so casual, slothful? Gotta wake up. Gotta get conscious. If I sin, watch what's gonna happen.
If I sin, then thou markest me.
Look at that. You know what he's doing? Difference. Remember 2 Timothy? Timothy, the Most High know who's his.
Right.
Let everyone in the name of Christ depart from iniquity.
Right.
Right? So I'm marking you. You sin, you're marked. And this is why. Look what he said.
And thou wilt not acquit me from mine iniquity.
He's not going to pardon the guilty. He is a righteous God. He judges things righteously.
Right.
Right? Whoever's guilty, you're guilty.
Right.
Now, if you die in that condition, it's a sin and a shame.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pardon you.
Yeah.
So, all them little brownie points you done built up, that's gone. And the Bible says that the righteous man in the day that he sinned, none of his righteousness will be remembered.
Right.
You're no longer righteous once you stop being right. That's only fair.
Right. Right.
You got to change your heart. Now, look, watch this.
Now, 15. If I be wicked, woe unto me.
You see that? If I be wicked, woe is me. Now, watch what he's going to say even if he's righteous. Go ahead.
And if I be righteous, yet will I not lift up my head.
That means be prideful. I'm not going to walk around beating the chest. Yeah, I'm right. It's like the Pharisees did.
Right.
Lord, I fast twice in a week.
I.
Yes. Self-glorification.
Right.
I thank God I'm not like the extortioner and the such and such. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
So you still have to come to God with humility. What do they say?
I am full of confusion. Therefore, see thou mine affliction.
That's good. Let's go to Nahum 1. Some of us might have to get it on our phones.
It's right after Micah.
Yeah, Nahum 1. Verses 2 and 3.
Nahum 1,
Remember,
verse 2.
He said, if I sin, thou markest me, and you will not acquit the guilt. This is his personality. We sitting up here asking him to do something that's against his character.
Right.
We sitting up here asking the man, for lack of a better term, to go against his word. Pardon us, though we're guilty. Listen, we need to know, no deception involved. That's not going to happen. You better make amends. See, in order for you to make amends, that's what it takes, humility. Nobody want to do that, do they?
Right.
1 and 2. Go ahead.
Yah is jealous.
For sure.
The Most High revengeth. The Most High revengeth and is furious. The Most High will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
That's right. Look at that. Reserve wrath for us. You don't want to be no enemy.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
The Most High is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked.
You see that? He ain't going to acquit. He will not at all acquit the wicked. If you're guilty, he's a righteous judge. You get what a guilty person get, condemnation. Go ahead.
The Most High hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are dust of his feet.
It's time to make that change. He said, if I sin, thou markest me. He been doing it, and he tell his people to do the same thing. Let's go to Romans 16. We separating. He mark you. Separating sinners from saints, sheep from goats.
Wheat from
Curse from the blessed, wheat from the tares. Guilty from the innocent. All right? Ain't no way we should be under Mashiach's name and we should be this hateful. Verse 17, hearken to the scripture.
Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren,
What you mean?
mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned.
You see what he said do to him? Yeah.
Mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
See that? Avoid them. Don't be equally yoked. Right? Go ahead.
For they For they that are such serve not our Adonai Yeshua HaMashiach,
Well, who they serve?
but their own belly.
Now you know what he mean? How somebody gonna serve their own stomach? What do you mean?
They gonna give it what they want.
His own desire, his appetite. What's in your belly? Your appetite, right? So they are the ones that serve themselves, their own lust. They serve their own lust. Right? That's why they never depart from that iniquity, because you love that lust more. You want sacrifice. That's what it take. Sacrifice. You won't do it. Go ahead.
And by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to talk. I mean, it's easy to talk holy, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's easy to say, I love you, brother. I mean, all that stuff easy.
The action different.
Yeah, I need to see it. All right? That's what it is. All right? So, go ahead.
19. For your obedience is come abroad unto all men. I am glad, therefore, on your behalf. But yet I would have you wise unto that which is good.
Look, I want you to be wise unto that which is good
and simple concerning evil.
And it's reverse order for the most part. We wise unto the evil and simple to the good. That's unbalanced and out of order.
Right.
We really got to learn this Most High we say we serve.
Yeah.
We got to line up.
Right.
We ain't doing a good job of lining up. We got to line up, y'all. A man can be overcome in his iniquity. Think about Judas.
Yeah.
Once you never get that thing in check, that thing will dominate you.
Yeah.
That's why people don't come to the Lord. That's why they say they want to come when they old.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing with you. You know, use up all the good years, all your good speech, all your body. What you want me to do with that? What type of sacrifice is that?
Right.
What I'm going to do with that business? Right? Just saying. Like, take that to your king. You won't even get that to your governor. You going to bring that to the Most High Yah?
Right.
I'm going to mic over here and see what this youngster talking about.
Yeah. Some people serve their boss at work better than they do the Most High.
And that was his
They got
point.
more fear of him. Yeah.
Let's go to Genesis 4. That's what it means. Serve your own belly, your own desire, your own lust. You know, we put energy, effort. Genesis 4. The Most High been marking them. When sin is committed and you be counted guilty, you've been marked.
Yeah. Cain was marked.
That's what we're finna read.
Oh, my bad. Spoiler alert.
I go somewhere else. We got a million examples. Just like Adam. Once he sinned, the Most High marked him. Guess what happened? You become expelled from his presence. You're exiled from the presence of the Most High. That's not a big deal to most. But that location is what we call death. That's how you remain dead. That's how you remain asleep and unconscious. That's how you remain in sin. And if you die in that state, he said he's not going to acquit the guilty. All right? Verse 1, hearken to the scripture.
Genesis 4:1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I've gotten a man from the Most High.
Come on now.
And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Most High. And Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof. And the Most High had respect unto Abel to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. His own. Lack of effort.
He really probably want to blame the Most High, but he ain't going to dare do that.
Right.
So he gonna take it out on his brother. But remember what we was reading about trespassing in the conscience, how people is cool with not trespassing against God, but when it comes to man,
brethren,
their conscience don't bear that same desire.
Right.
But this was his problem right here. Well, look, go ahead.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Very wrought.
Right.
He ain't regular mad.
Big man.
Extremely, right?
He big mad.
Boy, stop it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go sit down, Cain. Go ahead. Just relax. Go ahead.
And the Most High said unto Cain, why are you mad?
Yeah.
And why is this countenance fallen?
Mm-hmm.
If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Yeah, because the Most High ain't no respecter of person.
Right.
All you have to do is do well.
And you'll be rewarded.
Right, exactly. Go ahead.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Look at that. Just waiting. And that thing gonna take over you.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you become the captive. Your body starts to lead your mind.
Right.
Instead of your mind leading your body.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that's conscious, they mind lead their body. Somebody that's asleep, their appetite, their body, their
Right.
emotions determine where their mind go.
Right.
Go ahead.
And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
And sin is going to rule over you.
Right.
Sin is going to dominate you. Once again, an example is Judas. Judas was a thief. He had the same opportunity as the other 11 apostles.
Right.
He blew the mission. He didn't get a hold of that sin. It overtook him. It was stronger than his desire was stronger than his love towards the Most High.
Right.
And sadly, that be our condition a lot of the time. And that's why we don't make that sacrifice. Why we don't kill off that old desire or that old man. But that thing is going to take you down.
Right.
If you don't get a hold of it, it's going to destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get to the point you can't do. You'll be hopeless.
Yeah.
You need the Most High to help you. That's the only way you'll be able to overcome it is if He help you. See, but you still got to sacrifice. Because you got to obey the word more than your lust. That's a sacrifice. Go ahead.
If thou 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass, when they were finished in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
It overcame him, didn't it?
Yep.
It dominated. It had dominion over him, right?
Right.
To this point,
Right.
he slew his brother. That's a strong emotion. Now he sinned, didn't he?
Yeah.
Why? How did he sin? He knew that was wrong,
Right.
and he did it anyway.
Yeah.
Him that know to do good,
And not to do it is the
He
same.
sin unto
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
9. And the Most High said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why you lie if you don't know?
Yeah, he was a little mouthy too.
Yeah, he was.
Is he in my back pocket?
Yeah. So he knew that was wrong.
Yeah.
That's why he lied about it. Go ahead.
10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth,
Look at that. From the earth, you cursed from the earth.
which
This
hath
is-
opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Go ahead.
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
Look at that. These are all part of his curse.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a reward.
Being marked.
Yeah. Your hands. They're going to produce dirt every time. You're going to do your best work.
Right.
It's going to be vain.
Right.
God, because I've marked you. That's a curse. You get paid, you got a pocket full of holes, and you make plenty money.
Can't keep nothing.
Look at what he said. You're a vagabond. Then when the Most High blessed Israel, what did he give them? A home, a promised land. Right? It's not his desire for you to be a vagabond. Go ahead.
13. And Cain said unto the Most High, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
I figured you say something like that. Right? Go ahead.
14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid.
Now what's his condition?
He getting, yeah.
Cast out.
Yeah.
His face is hidden from the most high face is hidden
Right.
from him.
Right.
He's removed from the presence of the Most High. Right? So it's just like he dead while he's living. You're dead. This is separate. We're separated now. Separation from God is death. Separation from God is death. And where death is, the Most High is not. He don't reside in there. He's the God of the living. So he separated it. He removed Cain from his presence. Just think about it. If you're not in the presence of the Most High, you're dead. This is dead.
Hell on
And
earth.
you can see it. Yeah, exactly. Things will happen to you that's not prosperous. Just negative all the time. This is a good way. Let me just give you a famous one. Man, it's always something. If these words, if you uttering these words, something, that means it's something you need to change. Go ahead.
14 again. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
All right. Go ahead.
And the Most High said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him
We're
sevenfold.
trying to stop this at the door. We're trying to stop it. We're going to turn it up a notch. All right. Go ahead.
And the Most High set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
Go ahead. Where you go?
And Cain went out from the presence of the Most High.
You see that?
Cain went out from the presence of the Most High.
Exactly.
And
Just like Adam.
Man, yeah.
Kicked Adam out of the garden. He removed him from his presence.
Right,
He went into like a wilderness.
right.
Desert. It's like fend for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And dwelt
That's a
in
cursed condition, y'all.
Yeah, it is. Not
That's a
having
cursed
his
condition.
favor.
He got in this condition because of sin.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I tell you go and sin no more? Lest a worse thing come upon you.
Right.
Come on now. Go ahead.
And Cain went out from the presence of the Most High and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden.
That's good. Let's go to Ezekiel, the 8th chapter. Sin no more. If thou sinnest, if I sin, then thou markest me. Need to know that. Pick it up at verse 1. We're going to read chapter 8 and 9.
Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 1. And it came to pass in the 6th year, in the 6th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I sat in mine house, and the elders of Judah sat before me, that the hand of the Most High Elohim fell there upon me. Then I beheld, and lo, a likeness as the appearance of fire.
Right.
From the appearance of his loins even downward, fire. And from his loins even upward, as the appearance of brightness, as the color of amber.
Go ahead.
And he put forth the form of a hand,
And did what?
and took me by a lock of mine head.
Yes.
And the Spirit lifted me up between the earth and the heaven, and brought me in the vision of Elohim to Jerusalem.
So the Most High is looking. He looking so tough, he about to show Ezekiel what he sees. This is how he can mark. Make a list and do all this. I'm looking. My eyes will be holding the works of men. Because we get the attitude, the Most High ain't looking, we doing all, you do a little dirt in the dark.
Right.
Yeah, this man that set up and told you whatever you do in the dark gonna be brought to the light.
That's right.
He said everything naked before God. Ain't nowhere you can run and hide.
That's big facts.
Right? We still think we can hide.
Man.
Sneak sinning. Huh?
That's what we
Yeah,
thinking.
right. He see it. That's all he wants you to know.
Like your
Right?
face.
I'm finna show you, Jeremiah, what I see.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
And brought me in the vision of Elohim to Jerusalem to the door of the inner gate that looketh toward the north, where was the seat of the image of jealousy, which provoketh to jealousy.
Look at that. He's sitting up here, got idols in the temple of God.
Right.
Provoking me to jealous. I already done told you I was a jealous guy.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And behold, the glory of Elohim of Israel was there, according to the vision that I saw in the plain. Then said he unto me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now the way toward the north. So I lifted up mine eyes the way toward the north, and behold, the northward at the gate of the altar, this image of jealousy in the entry.
Look at that. Everybody got to see this. It's in the entryway. Go ahead.
He said furthermore
What happened?
unto me,
Yes.
Son of man, seest thou what they do?
Do you see what they doing? Go ahead.
Even the great abominations that the house of Israel committeth here, that I should go far off from my sanctuary.
Look at that. They committing so many abominations. I'm about to leave.
Right.
Right? I'm about to go far off. Remember, face hidden. If he leave and go far off, that means his face.
His
face
presence,
he's gone.
Yeah.
He's hidden his face. Go ahead.
But turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations.
Let's drop down to verse 9. Let's skip a little bit. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, Go in and behold the wicked abominations that they do there.
What they do?
So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel portrayed upon the wall round about.
Go ahead.
And there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel.
What doing what?
And in the midst of them stood Jezaniah, the son of Shaphan.
So let me ask you something. The Most High just can call these people name at their time. He can't call your name. He can call out what you doing. Because he calls them by name, telling them what they doing.
Right.
He can't do that now.
Right.
Huh? He can't do that no more, right?
He don't change.
It ain't a trick question. I'm asking.
He don't
Y'all
change.
He don't see you, right?
He changes not.
Exactly. Yeah, he don't see you by your name, pointing out what you doing. He just saw Jezaniah, the son of Shaphan.
Right.
He closed his eyes now, ain't he? Go ahead. We don't consider, y'all. We don't consider. All right, go ahead.
With every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up.
Yeah.
Then said he unto me,
What?
Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark?
Look at that.
Every man in the chambers of his imagery.
Look at that. This is why it's dark. What's the chamber of your imagery?
Your mind.
Exactly. You coming to the house of God, but in your mind, you ain't even here. You gone.
Right.
And this is why people don't get better, because the very word that you need is gonna make improvement within you miss it every time.
Right.
You zone out at the same point every week. Huh?
Yeah, right where you need to hear
Yeah,
it.
right when you need to hear it most. You most distracted. You zone out. Come on, y'all. Talking to the scripture.
Bottom of 12.
Yes.
For they say,
What?
the Most High seeth us not. The
Look at
Most
that.
High hath forsaken the earth.
Watch this.
He said also unto me, Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Most High's house, which was toward the north.
What happened?
And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz.
Let's drop down to verse 17.
Verse
Because
17.
abominations are steady increasing.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Everybody's involved pretty much.
Right.
Right. Go ahead.
Then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man?
Yeah.
Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations for which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence and have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose.
Yeah. So if the leader's bad, then the people go bad.
Exactly.
Ain't no healing.
Mm-hmm.
Just go. Everybody going on to their idol.
Right.
Everybody going on to their sin and their desire in their belly.
Right.
Huh? That's what it is. Nobody want to change and turn. But he said, come on.
18.
And he said it's a light thing. You know what's funny? When Yeshua came, he gave a parable. People do the same thing.
He said he was calling them. He said one go to their merchandise, one go to their wife, one go to their farm. Everybody always got something else to do when the call is out. Huh?
That's right.
And then when you get in trouble, Lord have mercy.
Please hear me, Father.
For
please.
what? You know what? I really don't know you. I really don't know you. Dangerous lines. Gotta get conscious. Look at that. Go ahead.
18. Therefore will I also deal in fury. Mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity.
Listen, y'all. Once he get tired,
Man.
and that judgment gets set, ain't nothing can stop it.
And that cup pouring out.
Ain't nothing can stop it. Because he gave you time and time and time again to repent. And once he said, that's it. So you better repent and get it right before that judgment come upon you. Because he already told you in Nahum that God is merciful and long-suffering. Look, you're counting my long-sufferingness and my mercy. You're taking it for granted.
Yeah. As it's a small
you
thing.
think you really think I have to do this.
Right.
Hey, man, people don't get better because because evil. I mean, because judgment don't come upon them as soon as they do.
Yeah.
So their mind is fully set to continue in wickedness.
Yeah.
You can't have that kind of mind.
Yeah.
That's a mind that's different from the Most High. That's gonna cause you to be alienated from Him. Well, look at what he said. Come on.
Again, 18. Therefore will I also deal in fury. Mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in mine ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them.
Imagine that.
Earplugs in.
Yeah.
Turn them Beats by Dre up.
Remember he said he still got the same power to save.
Man.
But once you get to this point, chapter 9, verse 1, go ahead.
He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near.
Right. For do what?
Even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand.
Right.
And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north.
Now, what city 6 men can protect? Huh? None. Right, but these ain't no regular men. These angels, he just called them men.
Right.
They working for the Most High. They finna do his bid.
Right.
So call them, tell them to come here. Right? Everyone, bring your slaughtering weapon with you. Right, go ahead.
Which lieth toward the north. And every man a slaughter weapon in his hand.
Right.
And one man among them was clothed with linen.
Look, best thing you can do when this situation come up is be on the right side of things.
Yeah.
And he don't care about the numbers as Noah. As Lot, it's the same old saga. He don't care about the numbers. He care about quality or righteousness.
Right.
Right, righteousness. The best thing you could do is be on the right side. All right, go ahead.
And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side.
Look at that. What he gonna do?
They went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of Elohim of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side.
What did he say?
And the Most High said unto him,
Yes.
Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Look at that. He finna seal the righteous. He marking them. He separated. We're making a division, a separation. Therefore, once the drama come through, we won't do away with the righteous.
Right.
Right. Remember the parable? Where do you think Yeshua would be getting these parables from? I could just make this stuff up. Remember the parable about the wheat and the tares?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. We're marking them. He said, didn't you give them good seed? He said, yeah. He said, well, how these tares come up? He said, enemy had done this. But look, when did the enemy do it? While men slept.
Right.
You understand? While men slept, the enemy has done it. So then they reply, you want us to go get them all? You want us to go dig up the tares? He said, no, unless you grab the wheat also. Huh? Same thing. So he marked the wheat, bring them into my barn. These other ones, hey, let's go ahead and light them up. Set the city on fire. It look like he doing here. finna set it on fire. So the best thing you could do in these situations, when God's judgment come about, is be on the right side of things. So we have to strive. Strive for perfection. Long story long. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And to the others he said in mine hearing,
Yes.
Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Look, once he finish marking them, y'all go right behind him and start swinging. Don't even pity him.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your brownie points. Those are your built-up righteousness. Once you start the trash, that's it.
Yeah.
He said, don't even pity him. Go ahead.
6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children
Look,
and women.
This is why he was mad at Saul. Because this is how the Most High fight.
Yeah.
I'm swinging out on all unrighteousness, and you done say the most unrighteous one, the king.
Man.
And they little unrighteous animals, right? You know, they done rubbed off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the unrighteous sheep, you done brought them to me to sacrifice. Man, you better get, you done sacrificing the cursed thing to me. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we got to be aware that we don't do. Go ahead.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin
You see
at
that?
my.
Don't come near anybody that I have reserved.
This the hard part, though.
But watch this.
And began at my sanctuary.
Look at our preachers. You forget swung on first. Huh? I'm just saying. You thought you was the safest. You the first one to go. Huh? You first on the battlefield. Right? So if your preacher gets slayed, better start looking. I'm just saying.
Now I follow
Just looking
that man.
around. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
Look at that. Come on. Co-signers.
Right.
They co-signing for the evil.
Yeah.
Gotta check that stuff. Go ahead.
7. And he said unto them, Defile the house, and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. And it came to
Man,
pass.
From this point on, this is happening in the days when Nebuchadnezzar came through. From this point on, the Most High presence never returned to this temple. When they rebuilt it in the days of Ezra and Nehemiah, his presence didn't go in it like he did in this when Solomon dedicated it to him.
Right.
He left. He left them physical temples. He went mobile, or we'll say he started dealing with the living. Because when his presence came back, they couldn't recognize it. Because it came in the form of Yeshua.
Yeah.
And they missed it, even though God was in the midst. That's what we're going to do. We're going to miss it. His word been in the midst all this time. We still haven't embodied it. There's no excuse. Go ahead and read.
8. And it came to pass, while they were slaying them, and I was left, that I fell upon my face and cried and said, Master Elohim, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem?
Yeah, it's always more sinners than saints.
Yeah.
It's always only a remnant.
The remnant,
we
yes,
need
right.
to be part of the righteous remnant.
Big facts.
All right, go ahead.
9. Then he said unto me, The iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceeding great, and the land is full of blood, and the city full of perverseness. For they say, Oh, the master hath forsaken the earth, the master seeth not.
Look, they start talking like a fool.
Right.
Because the fool say in his heart that there is no God, and they do all of their works of iniquity. And they do it like he'll never see.
Right.
Now they start talking like a fool. All right, go ahead.
And as for me also, mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their
You
head.
see that? I'm going to pay them back.
Yeah.
The other scripture told us the Lord pay back his enemies. I thought these were his people. They became his enemies. You don't want to be that. You want to continue all the way through. Strive. All right, all the way through. Because this is a long journey. They tapped out in the wheel. They got tired. You can't grow weary of well doing.
Right.
Don't give up. Go ahead.
And as for me also, mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their head. And behold, the man clothed with linen, which had the inkhorn by his side, reported the matter, saying, I have done as thou hast commanded me.
He'll do it. Revelation 7. So the Most High mark you. He always divide and separate his people. Same thing we got going on here in Revelation. You want to be reserved. But we can't ask him to do something that he don't do. Save you despite yourself. Save you in your unrepented sin. Like, come on. What I'm going to do with that? Not a thing. Verse 1, go ahead.
And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth.
Just like we saw in Ezekiel. Except the only thing in Ezekiel was 6. All right? Go ahead.
Holding the 4 winds of the earth.
That's the drama. We holding back the drama. Right? Go ahead.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Yes. Well, it's coming. The judgment has already been set. It's coming. But we just holding it back for a time. Why are you holding it back? Go ahead.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having
Doing
the
what?
seal of the living Elohim.
You see that? Another one coming. Messenger.
Right.
You got the seal of the Most High Yah. What are you doing?
And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
So that's what they there for.
Right.
Right? He said, what did he say to him?
Saying, hurt not thee the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our Elohim in their foreheads.
So the drama is coming, but he said, just hold up. First, we got to seal the servants of Elohim. Where at?
In their foreheads.
What's in your forehead?
Your mind.
Your mind. Your conscience. Huh? Once we have cleansed the conscience and sealed the servants of the living God in their forehead, then the drama can come.
Separating wheat from tares.
Separation. No doubt it's coming. So this is just like what Yeshua said in Matthew 24. You know what he said? The end is near, but the end cannot come until the gospel go forth into all the world. Once that happens, then the end can come. What was going to happen at the end? All of that destruction. So hold back until the judgment is set, but hold back until we seal the servants of God in their foreheads. All right? So we make a separation or a difference between the sheep and the goat, the blessed and the cursed. Go ahead.
4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there was...
No, that's got one more of that. So we got to overcome this evil. Let's see how we do that. Romans 12. You got to overcome the evil that's within yourself. See, when I said overcome evil, your mind said, I got to overcome all these wicked people that's around me.
Right.
No.
No self-examination.
Exactly. You got to overcome this evil that's within you. Else you'll be like Judas. I keep making that point. That sin, once it starts to overtake you, look, this is how you know you're getting close. At first, when you committed to sin, it used to bother you. Now you start to commit it again and again. Now you're growing numb to it. And that no longer bothers you.
Right.
That's a problem.
Right.
You're in danger. That means it's the norm now.
Right.
See, the reason why it bothered you at first is because it was irregular to you. So your conscience actually was working. It was bearing you witness. No, I'm serious. It was bearing you witness of that iniquity. Now you have quieted or put out your conscience. This is how people become reprobate. Once they put it out, the boundary is gone. The guilt is gone. This is norm. This is what I do. And then you remain in debt. and you don't never change it, and guess what happened? Only thing that is you're going to die in that sin.
Yeah.
Because he just told he can't acquit the guilty. There's no point. If he acquit the guilty, what's the point of being righteous? You going to forgive them too? I'm done with this. There's no point. So we can't ask him to do something that he can't do. He can't save you in your unrepentant sin, in your transgression. It's not going to happen. So we need to stop acting like it's going to happen. All right, verse 21. That's all I want, verse 21.
Romans 12 and 21.
Mm-hmm.
Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good.
That's the whole thing. That's what a Mashiach did. Overcome evil with good. We try to overcome evil with more evil.
Mm-hmm.
That's backwards. That don't work. He told you to overcome evil with good. He overcame hate with love. That's what it takes. 1 Peter 4. You got to purge. 1 Peter 4. I'm going to get y'all out. Sacrifice and love. That's what it takes. Watch this about love. Listen. If I sin, thou Markest. We got to overcome that stuff. Verse 7.
1 Peter 4 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
But the end of all things is at hand.
Yes, sir.
Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
Look at what he said. Be sober.
And watch unto
Be
prayer.
alert. Be vigilant. Be conscious. And watch and pray. Go ahead.
And above all things,
What?
have fervent charity among yourselves.
Look at that.
Above all things.
This is
have
how you put a
fervent charity.
Mashiach on display. That's what he had. Fervent charity. He wasn't going to die. He was good. He's sitting on the throne high above the earth. Right? He good. But guess what? His people not. They're going to die in their iniquity.
Right.
Unless I get down there and do something.
Mm-hmm.
I would want it done for me if I was in their position. This is humbleness right here. Let me go down and help them out. Nobody else can help them. So he did it. What if you was the help? God sent you to help. Nobody else could give you the help that he sent you for. You neglect and withhold. That ain't charity or love. Look at what the man said. Above all things.
Have fervent charity among yourselves.
See, people don't act like they don't know what that means. This secondary, this may be fourth or fifth down the line for most people. They say they serve God. This is one of them things I get to when I get to. Right? This is how people do.
Yeah.
See, I was the average.
Yeah.
That's how I know all this stuff. I was the average to it.
Yeah.
That's how I know this. I know how people think.
Yeah.
That's why I'm up here. That's the only reason I'm up here.
Yeah.
I know how people think. I can't let you remain comfortable in that state of thought. I got to condemn that thought. It's not biblical. I get to it when I'm good.
Yeah. Dietary law comes first.
Exactly. That's the easy thing, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to do the real stuff, right? You want to do. Come on.
8.
Yes.
And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves.
For what? Why
For
would I do
charity
this?
shall cover the multitude of sins.
I can call Yeshua charity. The Bible say God is love. Charity and love is one and the same. Let's go to Proverbs 10. So that's why he did it. He loved. Guess what he did? Sacrifice,
Laid his life down.
cover a multitude of sins for all the ones that believe in him. How you doing something that's different? Verse 12.
Proverbs 10 and 12. Hatred stirreth up strifes.
Is that the truth?
Yes,
So
sir.
listen to this. The Bible talk about strife and contention being among you. Look at where it come from.
Hatred.
So how did you get to a point of hatred?
'Cause
Do you know?
never brought your out to the table.
Because it started out with a little spring of bitterness.
Right.
And the man told you, check that bitterness,
At the door.
lest it spring up like a fountain and defile the whole body. So you didn't check it. It sprung up. Now it's just full-fledged hate.
Mhm.
Now you can't stand to hear that person's name. You can't stand to see them.
Hear their
You
voice.
hear their voice. You turn up
Yeah.
your nose a certain way when you see them. You know, and then you know what you say? I love you. Boy, stop. Go sit down with that foolishness. People can't keep it real. That's the problem. Because you know how people don't keep it real? They don't want to face themselves. We don't want to wake up, become conscious, and realize that, yeah, it is me. I do have a problem. You can't overcome it if you don't know you have it.
Mhm.
But we just keep going. Look at that. Hatred stirred up strife.
But love covereth all sins.
What? It's what Peter said. Love covers what?
All sins.
There's no way we should be loveless. Much sin as we can cover with love, this is like a gift. We should be spreading this everywhere. Huh? It covers a multitude of sin. We taking our chances running with sin, ain't we?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Rather than running with love and spreading love, overcome evil with good, we rather run with sin. It's just out of control. 1 Timothy 1. We have to have more love for the Most High than we have for ourselves. That's the sacrifice that's going to keep you away from sin. David was getting ready to shed blood. Right? I think it was Abigail. Was it Abigail? Anyway, this ain't going to change the point of the story. Because people be looking for anything. He couldn't even get the name right. He called
Right.
Okay, anyway. Right, so
He pronounced it wrong.
Right. So the point is, she came to him with reproof from the Most High. He was getting ready to go slay Nabal. Right? He was getting ready to go shed
Right,
blood. She
yeah.
came to him. He said, whatever she told me, it was the advice of the Lord. You know, David said, forget all that. I'm down. Nah, I got right to go kill. Now I'm finna go get at him. No, did David say that? No.
Nah.
She rebuked David with the word. David said, thank you. Because I know this day you know what he said? The Lord sent you. Huh? You know what you say? I don't know why the devil done sent them over here to tell me.
Right.
Like, you utterly confused out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the Lord sent you so that I won't shed innocent blood. Huh? So he sacrificed his will. He humbled down to the words of God. He loved the word of God more than he loved his life. This is how he can overcome sin and iniquity. This is what it takes, sacrifice and love. If you don't have that type of sacrifice, you're going to always succumb to those desires, lust.
Right.
That sin going to overtake you at the end of the day. 1 Timothy 1, let me get there. 1 Timothy 1, I want verse 5. 1 Timothy 1, verse 5. You be in this church with a full congregation full of strangers. Stranger danger.
Yeah.
Stranger danger. All right. Go ahead. Verse 5.
Now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart.
Look at that. The end of the commandment. In other words, the conclusion of the whole matter.
With a pure mind.
Exactly. That's what we get to next.
Yeah.
It's charity with a what?
Pure mind.
You conscious.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
You can see.
Yeah, not faking yourself.
Exactly.
But being honest and realistic.
Pure.
Right.
The end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart
Right. And of good conscience.
and
of faith unfeigned.
that's without pretending. That's without pretending. Well,
Unfeigned.
unfeigned is like without pretending, like genuine.
Right.
You have to be genuine, yeah.
Right. So not just playing the role.
Exactly.
But really,
So
really moving.
So if it happened 2,000 years ago, it ain't gonna happen no more, right?
Right.
We
Right.
already weed all that out, didn't it? No, that means it's gonna happen today too.
Yeah, you gotta be ready.
Yeah.
On guard.
Stop faking it. Yeah, that's the truth. Fake is the new real. Anyway, that's most our problem. So the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart and of a good you see that?
Out of a pure mind.
A good conscience. Why? Because as long as your conscience don't condemn you, you good.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And see, that's why you can't silence the conscience. You can't silence it. If it stops speaking to you, you're in trouble. You finished that verse?
Yeah.
That's good. Let's go. I'll wrap it up here. Let me go 2 Peter 2. Gotta be aware. Like the Most I say, let everybody who name the name of Christ depart from iniquity.
To know to do good and not do it is sin.
Right. Verse 20 through 22. Hearken to the scripture.
For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of our Adonai and Savior, Hamashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
You see that? After you put in this work, you've come to the Most High, you've escaped the pollutions of the world, all of them different pollutions and vanities, and lust, you escaped them through the knowledge of Yeshua. It said, then you become entangled therein and are overcome.
The latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
Wow. You worse off at the end. Go ahead.
For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to return from the commandment and delivered unto them. But it is happened unto them according to the true proverb.
What is?
That a dog is turned to his own vomit again.
Listen, you know I call him a dog. You never really, truly. Remember we talked about unfeigned a while ago?
Right.
Not pretending. It's only so long you can pretend and fake it.
Right.
At the end of the day, if your heart ain't in it, you're going to turn back.
Yeah, yeah.
We call him a dog because that's what dogs do. Dogs on the outside of the gate as well.
Right.
Dogs return to their... He said this is a true proverb. Letting you know you can't play with the Most High.
Right.
You can't fool them.
Right.
The word is the discerner of the heart and the intents of the mind. He set it up like that. That's why your conscience get pricked when that word hit. You in violation. He said it happened to them according to the true proverb.
Right.
The dog
is on vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire.
So at the end of the day, you gotta watch it. Be sober. Be vigilant. Who you looking after your soul? You're gonna have a hard time looking after your soul if you can't even control your tongue. If the man sin, the Most High mark you. You gotta repent. If you die in that sin and in that condition, ain't no salvation for that.
Right.
That's condemnation. You didn't repent. You didn't turn away from it. You continue in. You ask. He doesn't acquit the guilty.
Right.
So if thou sin, if I sin, thou markest me. And we should know this about the Most High, that He will not acquit the guilty. That's it. So we need to strive not to be the guilty. All right. So I hope we got something out of the lesson. In Yeshua's name, I thank you for your time. Amen and hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.